Hi everyone, this is Joan, and I hope that you're having a great day. I kind of want to say I told you so, but it hasn't completely come to fruition. Where I was looking at the lead attorney, and I don't look at him often, but he showed up in my feed. So I thought, okay, let me see what this is about. So you see, crazy date from Hooters and older man schools younger man on women. So I was hoping that it would be something uplifting, something about keeping us together as a nation. Well, chances are, considering that these are ambitious men, I'm guessing, that crazy date from Hooters up at the top doesn't have anything to do with black women, but even if it didn't, because these are black men, it will be applied to black women. And also, you'll look at it's got 73 positive reviews here and zero dislikes. So I'm not sure if it's okay. I might have to take this back down, but I'm gonna see if I can play it for you if you can hear it.
Millions and over the course of history have lost.
Okay, it was one of the most, excuse me, most biggest mistakes. All right, okay. Also, they showed you Jada Pinkett Smith, who is a preference, but still, identifiably black women will be blamed for whatever she does also. However, you will not be praised for the fact that you stood by these men throughout history, no matter what was happening to them. Nobody's going to say anything about that. And the really sad part is you aren't going to say anything about it either. But my point is not about his date, no matter how good or bad it was, whatever happened, happened. Either way, you still have bigger muscles than whatever woman you were dealing with for the most part. Now, there are some exceptions, but that's on you who you choose to allow in your car. But the fact is, you do have the black femicide rate that these men, this is an attorney, these men do not recognize at all. Instead, they're looking at people who are generally smaller and with less muscle mass and saying, oh God, I'm so scared, you're dangerous. And this is like the title says, an older man telling a younger man to be fearful of the women who bring him into the world and who attend to him more than anybody else. If you really think about it, who on this earth does more for you than your mother? Who? Who goes through the pain of bringing you in this world? Who carries you for 9 months? Who possibly feeds you from her own body? And for the next 20 years will hold herself responsible for you. Who does that? And yet, women are dangerous. You're supposed to ignore the black femicide rate that says, no, man, we aren't the dangerous ones. You are. Nope. You're supposed to ignore that. And like I said, the sad part is black women agree with it for the most part. Like I said, you've got 73 up. I don't know what this is. Two comments and no dislikes. There's nobody saying, hey, dude, look in the mirror. I mean, people who look like you are dangerous, especially for black women. And you're dangerous economically, even if you aren't physically dangerous. You're dangerous in the sense that when you have ambition, you're going to go take that money and take it to another race. You're not going to plant it in your own because you don't like your own. So having children with you is dangerous because you talk about child support, though most of you don't pay it. And forget about alimony. Courts won't even talk about talk to black women generally about alimony. So being with you is kind of like, why? Why bother? And like I said, I have nothing against black men. I was raised to worship, well, to a certain extent. My mom wasn't having it, but in any case, like I said, this is scary. You should consider this scary that you have these so-called educated men who are not saying, Your man, go home, find yourself a decent woman who looks like you and your people and build with her. They're not telling them that. They're telling them, hey, these women are dangerous. You better, you got to protect yourself. They're totally ignoring what's really happening out here and how, yeah, they're important. Every time I see an abandoned house, I think about that's a black man's failure because he was supposed to stand up and do something about that. Even if the woman even if the woman wasn't married to him, she still might have been a sister, a niece, an aunt, a mom, somebody that you should have been looking at after. And yet you are flexing your muscles and saying, well, you know what? You won't do what I want. You won't just let me walk all over you. Well, then I'm just going to go to another race. And my answer is, please do. Please let them enjoy some of this. Let them go through slavery and get lynched trying to help you. Let them go through Jim Crow. Let them hide your behind so that y- they could continue to bring food into the house that also fed you. Let all that happen. Let them experience that joy. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day and think about this. Look at what's happening here. This is frightening. The men are, they just don't like you. And the thing is, if you're a black woman, the thing is, okay, fine, you don't like me, then go. I mean, I'm not holding you. You don't have to go. You don't have to go with me at all. Go to your whatever it is your preference is. Period. Just keep me out of it. But you guys think about this. And this is nothing against this lead attorney. This is only my second or third time ever even seeing them, but I think it's just sad. I do think that every time I see a abandoned house in the hood, I think, well, that's a black man who didn't stand up and take care of something. Because even the hood would look nice if the men would put their money behind it. I look at other races who can't even speak the language when they come here, but they will pick one woman, have their children with that woman. They will stick together and they will build. Now, I will give black men credit for, yeah, at some points they did try. After slavery, we did have many communities that were coming up and they were fought against. Yeah, I truly understand that. But that's not happening right now, at least not to that extent. There are things that you can do. And even if you decide, well, you know what, I'm just trifling, I ain't gonna do nothing. Well, at least do it quietly. Don't say anything then. But not showing appreciation for the people who have supported you is just plain wrong. So if you feel like you don't want to deal with black women, then don't. Nobody's forcing you. The floodgates have been opened and you guys are running through them. Have fun. Just please do it quietly. And even if you don't like women, you don't have to like any women. Just, you know, join hands and have fun. Everybody has got to answer to the Father for whatever they do in the end. So, in any case, you guys have a great rest of your day.